Solve Leetcode question number 27 called as remove element. Given an integer array nums and an integer val, remove all occurrences of val in nums in place. In place means we don't have to use any new array or anything like that. Our responsibility is just to remove occurrences of val from array nums. Now in Java, we cannot really change the length of an array. What we must do is we just have to provide the first k elements for which the val will not be present, which means that if there are k elements after removing the duplicates, then first k elements of nums should hold the final result. It does not matter what you leave beyond the first k elements, and we are supposed to do this by modifying the input array only. Let us take a look at the custom judge. This is the input, this is the value that needs to be removed, this is the expected answer. This expected answer is correct length and it is sorted with no values equaling val. This is very important, it is sorted. Why? I will come to that in a minute. Now int k is equal to remove element. This remove element method is our implementation, this method, and it will assert that k is equal to expected nums.length. We are just returning the size, and it will sort the nums, the input that was given to us. As array modification is in place, this will sort the array from 0 to kth place, and what will happen is it will start checking nums of I, that is the sorted nums, is equal to expected nums of I. This expected nums is sorted, that's why this nums was also sorted. The reason behind that is we can return the values in any order. They have sorted it and then they are just comparing it. Let's take an example and see how this works. This is the input given to you. Input val is 2, output is 5, and your nums is 0, 1, 4, 0, 3. 2 is not available in these numbers. It may be over here, like you can put it over here, or it doesn't matter what goes beyond this value 3, right? Your function should return k is equal to 5 with the first 5 elements of nums containing 0, 0, 1, 3 and 4. Note the 5 elements can be returned in any order. This is why, because they are sorting the number nums over here. Let us see the code for this one. Now what we have to do over here is we need to know what element currently exists in array, and if that particular element, this element 0, should not be equal to val. What we cannot create a new array. What we have to do is we just have to manipulate this array in place. We can just take two variables like left and right or something like that. If this number is not equal to val, then just keep it as it is. This 1 is not equal to val, keep it as it is. As soon as we find this number 2 is equal to val, then what we do is we move that pointer over here, right? To exist over here, move it over here, move it to 3. This doesn't exist, this is not equal to val. Move this 3 over here, then move this 0, and then move this 4. You can do it like this: int left is equal to 0, and for int is equal to 0, right is less than nums dot length plus plus, and if nums dot right is not equal to val, that means you copy it to nums dot left and left plus plus, and you just return left. That's all you have to do. Now how will the array look if this condition is executed or it is not executed? Let us see that also. System dot out dot println arrays dot toString nums, and we'll provide this array. It's better we understand it in proper way. Val is to run. Now it was accepted. Let's see this standard out, right? First time the value was not equal, 0 is not equal to 2, right? 2 is what we are looking at. That's fine, stays as it is. 1 stays as it is. Then we are looking at 2, okay, that also stays as it is. We don't know what next will come. As soon as 3 comes over here, this 3 is moved over here. See over here, 3 is moved to here, 3 is moved, then 2 stays as it is. Move the 0 over here, then move 4 over here, and 2 should not be moved because 2 is our value. Now it worked. This is our standard output. Let me just copy this thing and put it over here. It's better to look at. Let us see what happened over here. Left is 0 and right is also 0. If num right is not equal to val, then right goes to left and left plus plus. This will stay as it is. And left plus plus. Left move 1 point ahead, as well as right moved 1 point ahead. Both of them are pointing over here. Again, 1 is not equal to val. Keep it as it is. And left and right are pointing to 2. 0, 1 and 2 index. But the value is also 2. Nothing can be done over here. Nothing can be done for this one. Now in the next iteration it comes at 3. What it does is, it is not equal to value. It puts the value into left over here. Right will move ahead regardless of the input, right? Because we are going ahead and checking whether any values are available or not. Then 3 has moved here. Then 0 comes into the picture, 0 moves over here. And then 4 comes into the picture and 4 moves over here. What it contains after this is none of our concern. We will just return this particular element left. Left will be pointing over here and we are returning that left, right? Because left is a position and not an index. Let us submit it. This worked fine. Now the time complexity will be O of n, where n is number of elements in the array. As we are moving all the way towards the end, that is the time complexity. And space complexity is constant. We are not using any form of arrays or any auxiliary array. We are just using 2 variables. It is constant based on our solution. That is all on this. Thank you.